This is about the new moon in October, 6th of October, near the Mauna Kea. And so this is going to happen in Libra. Here is Libra. And Libra is the second air sign. And it's going to be all about justice and harmony. Very beautiful. And it's in the third house, and that is about learning. The new moon are always times, the new moon is always a time to think about what is to be started anew. And in this case, it is something learning. Like now, even though here in Hawaii, the seasons are not so pronounced like in more northern places, we still have our different seasons, and we are getting into a season where we can slow down, where we don't have to work so hard anymore. And the main harvest is already in, and so now comes time for reflection, and actually also preparing celebrations. And so this coming new moon, you may see that here Mars is very, very close to Sun and Moon in Libra. Let me look. Yeah, it is exactly at the same place. 13 degree. It's 13 degree Libra is the moon and the sun and Mars. And a little bit further away is on 20 degree Libra is Mercury. And it is all in the third house. And the third house is equivalent to Gemini. Let me scroll this up a little bit. Here's Gemini, yeah? Gemini also an air sign, just like Libra. And this kind of zodiac drawing, the air signs are yellow. Yeah, here you have first is the Gemini, second is Libra, third is Aquarius. So here is not a very strong, but nevertheless very beneficial, almost 120 degree angle between this very thick, it's called conjunction, yeah, when three celestial bodies are at the same spot in the zodiac, yeah, on here 13 degree Libra. And so here, this is dark moon Lilith. I want you to Google all the stories or the mythology about Lilith yourself. There you learn something, because this spot it denominates our rebellious individuality. Yeah, that we really reject whatever is not in resonance and in harmony with our own personality. And so here we have a wonderful triangle, and right next to this is Lilith, yeah, here, and right next to this symbol stands for the so-called North Node or Mean Node, and that is always the place of the karmic aim of an event, or if it would be a person, if somebody was born exactly at that time, that would be that would be his or her birth chart. So here is the karmic aim, and it is in the first air sign, the Gemini. I call it the journalist. This is the journalist, and it's equivalent to the third house. Yeah, like it's the third sign in the zodiac, starting starting with the first first fire sign, Aries. Then comes the first earth sign, is Taurus, and the third is Gemini. And it's all about intellectual things, and here is the karmic aim, meaning whatever is happening, whatever is necessary now to do in the field of learning, in this case, about our independence, our individual independence, our freedom, that has to be expressed, and it has to be expressed rationally. And there is a strong support from the master of karma, Saturn, who is now Saturn, yeah, is now in Aquarius. Aquarius, the third air sign. So we have this incredible, a beautiful triangle in the air sign, yeah. And with Mars is so powerful, and it's backed up, and it's in harmony with the master of karma, Saturn. Saturn is always depicted in traditional astrology as the one who's taking away all the fun in life. But I have identified this this energy. It's the ancient mother. It's Bina, the ancient mother, the left column of the tree of life of the Kabbalah. So this is actually the original mother, the grandmother, the old one, the keeper of karma, merciless. So, but he, she. For me, it's now a she, and I then when I understood it as a she power, not a he power, then I was able to handle it much more easily and much more. It was I could welcome this. It's a very disciplining influence here, and so we can go ahead with whatever we want to learn, and do it actively. Like here, Mars is active. We have to actively seek justice. We have to learn about what is justice. We may not even know, but we have to learn for ourselves. Yeah. Nobody can teach us all the right things. We have to go out and learn for ourselves, and we can start that for the whole winter, where it's less to do than in summertime. We can start this at this new moon. What do we need to learn? So we have this huge, fat green line, and that is showing there is a particular karma between us as humanity. Each more or less depends on our individual karma, how we are probably not completely connected with our Earth Mother here in Taurus. This is Earth, the first Earth sign. And now our Earth Mother is rumbling and say, okay, I cannot support you human beings if you are keeping on hurting me. I have to shake you off a little bit. So please, yeah, this is possible that there can be earthquake or we're having a volcano eruption already. So this is possible at that new moon. Must not be very dramatic, but there's a possibility that this can also happen. That our Earth Mother shows us like enough is enough. And so there can start a learning of how can we go on into the future by changing actively of what we think is right or wrong. Yeah. It seemed to be right that in the name of profit, we would constantly fight against what is called Mother Nature. Yeah. But that fight, that trying to even poison everything what we don't think has any value for our fast profit. um, that is not working any longer. So now we have to learn about different different ways of relating to what sustains us and to each other. So all this new learning has to be theoretical learning, has to be intellectual learning. We have to think, not only feel if we're happy or sad, or if we are hungry or we are fed, but to think for ourselves. We have to learn to think absolutely for ourselves. And this is going to be very much favored. Now, I have talked about Saturn, and Saturn as well as Jupiter, who is very beneficially aspected here. Jupiter is in the seventh house. We are doing this with partners. We are having partners, one-on-one partners. Sometimes can even be enemies, yeah, if we think so. But here, Aquarius is simultaneously, most of it is the seventh house, and the seventh house is equivalent to uh, Aries, sorry, to Libra, where the whole thing takes place. Yeah, the whole new moon time. And I would seriously suggest think about what do you want to start studying. Where do you want to open books and be focused on, not like superficially believing what is told to you in the media, but really think about deeply and completely independent from anybody else. Um, Here is Chiron, the wounded healer, and where he is in the ninth house. The ninth house is equivalent to Sagittarius. That's the place of ideals, of our idealistic values. It's the place of philosophy, and we see here a big opposition, yeah, between Chiron and uh, and this place where Mars, Moon, and Sun are all together at one particular number 13 degree of Libra. So this is not very thick and very pronounced, but you may see that here is one nice little triangle. Yeah, this is about 120 degrees, this angle here between Lilith, the dark moon Lilith. I want you to learn about Lilith and do it yourself. I'm not talking about much about her, but find it out yourself. Please learn about Lilith or Lily. And and here the karmic aim of the whole event. And here Saturn, and that is like pointing to Chiron, the wounded healer. Like all we have to do right now, has to be our highest ideal. We have to be passionate. The fire, it is a fire sign, the passion of Aries, to say we need healing for ourselves, for our environment, for our relationships. And but before we can become active with passion, we have to sit down and learn. Unfortunately, we have to learn together, and each for him or herself individually. So this is what's happening, and then here we have the the place of, this is the midheaven, medium curly is this called midheaven, and this is like the 12 o'clock of this chart, and this is where the point of mission is, and it is still in Aries, so it's a fiery point, yeah. There has to be fire, and there has to be passion for the earth, yeah. The Taurus, that's where Venus is at home in spring and summer, And Libra is where Venus is at home in the winter. Where is she now? She will be in Scorpio. And there too we have